Yo, it's your boy Mark Scott, aka the Caramel Poppy, and this is Caramel Poppy Gaming Hold Up. Quick news update. So basically, you guys remember that little crappy Marvel's Avengers game that released, and it was really bad, and it was like a looter game, not a looter shooter, but you had to level up and you got to grind, and it's a storyline, but you got to unlock costumes, and the graphics wasn't all that polished, and there was some bugs. Yeah, that game. The game that uh what was the company? Crystal Dynamic. They dropped the ball on. Yeah, that's them. They dropped the ball on us. The people that created the Tomb Raider game with a good storyline dropped the ball trying to actually make money off this game. One, before we even get into this article, the Avengers, that brand alone, they already sell so much money. Well, not sell so much money. They sell so many products. They make money off of movies, TV shows, clothing, Legos, different iterations of video games. You feel me? So the game wasn't even selling all that good. The drop off rate for like players was dropping off like after like the first few weeks, and you would think they would try to integrate something to keep people there or to invite them back, but no. The headline for IGN is basically they're increasing the XP grind and they're getting rid of random cosmetic drops. Cosmetic drops that you get from already playing the game, they're reducing it. And they're making you grind harder to get the XP. I guess to get these items. I never played the game, so I don't know how it works. But let's get into this article, right? So basically, it says leveling up your heroes in Marvel's Avengers would take longer after Crystal Dynamics announced it will be changing the way XP progression will work. On March 18th, the newest DLC character Hawkeye is set to be released alongside the next-gen versions of Marvel's Avengers, but Crystal Dynamic is also changing up some key progression mechanics along with how random cosmetic drops will work. In a new developer's blog, the Marvel's Avengers team shared that the current XP progression curve isn't really a curve at all, whereas most RPGs increase the amount of XP required to level up as players get stronger. Marvel's Avengers XP system is a linear and static. So basically, they're just increasing the amount of XP required to level up. So if you only needed 1,000 XP to level up from 1 to 2, now you might need like 10,000. That's just a random number. Those are not exact numbers. That's just what I got from this. This has led to pacing issues such as skill points currently being rewarded too fast, which may be confusing and overwhelming to newer players, says Crystal Dynamics in the blog. To fix this, Marvel's Avengers will begin increasing the amount of XP required to level up starting at around level 25. The required XP will increase the closer players get to level 50, which is the current max level. Crystal Dynamics says players looking to max their characters quickly can try and grind before March 18th when the update is set to go live. As for cosmetics, Marvel's Avengers is getting rid of random cosmetics entirely. Starting today, random cosmetic item drops will be temporarily removed and they'll reappear later in the cosmetic vendor and can be purchased through units. I don't like this. Can be purchased through units at microtransactions. I forgot this game is heavy on it at some points for cosmetic items. On the Play Avengers subreddit, players are somewhat divided on the XP rework. Some argue that characters don't even begin to feel good to play until level 50, and that adding more grind to progression is a solution. Others say this change will only impact new players, and that easing them into characters through a longer progression would breed more familiarity with the game systems. Crystal Dynamics also, no, has shared some of the changes coming to the native next gen version of Marvel Avengers on PS5, including native 4K resolution or 60 frames per second checkerboard 4K in performance mode, as well as improved load times, higher resolution textures, and more. So basically, they're doing this update right before the next gen release. So as you guys know, uh, Avengers is actually backwards compatible. So you could play this on your PS5, you could play it on your Xbox Series X or S, but you would be playing the last gen version, which would be the PS4 or the Xbox version. Now they're doing an update for the next gen version. I'm assuming it's free. You're gonna get 4K resolution. You're gonna get 60 frames per second, which is cool. Um, but I noticed, let me see in performance mode. So it would be 4K checkerboarding. It says that this is, I don't know if this is only for the PS5. I'm assuming, or unless there's some other weird setting they have on the Series X. But you get 60 frames per second, checkerboard 4K in performance mode, and I'm assuming you'll get native 4K 30 frames per second in the graphics mode. I get it. I get it. But this is not the way to go about it. Your player drop off is going down. I feel like the people that are already playing the game, they're already set. They already got they already have a hold of the game. They know how to play it. They already probably ranked up their characters, or they know how to, I don't know, beat the system. I don't know if that's still a thing. They know how to grind. They like the game if they've been playing it this long. My whole thing is for people that are coming in, like me. Let's just say I wanted to buy the game today, or like when the update rolls out. I gotta sit there and grind that long just to get certain abilities, to get certain skill sets. Like, I never played this game, but I did play games similar, and it doing the grinding is very bad, man. I feel like it's bad just for like newer players. Like, even if you want to compare it to like stuff like 2K with the mod player, if you're not spending any money, you're not gonna get far. Now, I'm pretty sure the microtransactions is only for cosmetics, but still at the same time, you're gonna get less cosmetic drops as you play the game, and you're gonna have to buy it in the in-game store, which is kind of weird. Like, I know this. I'm one of those people. I don't care for stuff like that. I'd rather just play and earn it, or grind and earn it. But at the same time, I don't want to grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like I don't want to grind to level 50, and it takes me longer than usual. Now they're saying if you want to rank up, you still have some time, but this is not the way to go. Crystal Dynamic, this is not the way to go with this Marvel game. I just feel like this is it's gonna be a chore to play this game. It really is. And I mean, even if you guys do the next gen upgrade, it's still not gonna be enough. From what I heard that the Spider Man DLC that the PS5 or PS4 owners are supposed to get, still haven't received it yet. I thought that would have been something you get like day one, or like a couple. We're already in 2021. When are they planning on releasing this? Like, they're just now about to release Hawkeye. Like, come on now. There hasn't been any other characters for a couple months. This is a live service game, and they're not feeding the audience that they currently have, and they're not making any attempts to bring in new people. My suggestion, if they wanted new people to test this game out, they should probably drop the price down to like $10, $15, so the barrier to entry is lower. So that way, if you don't like the game, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Or at least make it free for like a weekend so people could try it out. That's how I got into the Division too. I paid $5 for it because it was on sale. I'm like, hell yeah, $5, shit. That's a burger at Burger King. And the game was actually pretty good. I mean, yeah, it has a little grindy sections and stuff. It gets a little repetitive after a while, especially if you're playing by yourself. But the game is, it's a decent game. It's not a game I would go out and spend $60 on, but I'm happy I spent $5 on it. I saved my money. I got a little enjoyment out of it, and I think that's exactly what Avengers is. And since they're not updating it, you're probably just gonna play it for the story, the grindy story mode, and that's about it. You probably get your friends, do some missions together, and that's it. This is not a $30. This is not even a. I mean, it's probably a $20 game at the most, but yeah. That's my take on it. Marvel Avengers, increasing the XP grind. Please, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Hit the notification bell. So you guys could just get notified on these new videos. If you feel like this was helpful, or you feel like this could help somebody, or just so it could pop up in the algorithm to help other people, save their ass from buying this game, like it, share it, do something. You feel me? But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. I'm out.